It does have the KKW Beauty, if you can kind of see it. I don't have my glasses, so I can't see what you guys are seeing. Gotta put on my glasses, okay, because I can't see, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to be doing a try on with some new, let's see if you can see it, KKW beauty products. Now I did end up purchasing some concealers and some contour items because she did have like a, I forgot what kind of sale, I forgot what the sale was for, but it was like over 20% off, and the products were pretty cheap to pick up, so I did pick up some items, but it's only like skin items. I didn't pick up any eyeshadow or blush just because I have so much of that right now, and the price that she's giving out her products just didn't justify or wasn't enough for me to make the purchase. So I'm just going to be starting off with my Farsali Skin Rose Gold Skin Mist with my Farsali Skin Tune Blur products, just because I do like how these products mix in together, as well with my favorite foundation from L'Oreal, the Infallible 24-Hour Wear. So I'm gonna just get all that going so that way we can start into the tryout products. Alright, so the first thing that we're gonna start off is what came in this nude bag, what I purchased. Alright, so this all came into a set. It comes with the KKW concealer, the KKW baked powder, and then the brightening powder. And then as well, it came in with this dual-ended brush, and it comes also with this brush, which kind of reminds me, oops, just dropped it, which it kind of reminds me of those brushes that come in the Urban Decay palettes. It has that fluffy, and then it has that flat tapered side to it. I mean, it does feel like it's good quality. Of course, it better be, because full price for this stuff is a little expensive, I'm not gonna lie. But then if you kind of think about it and you divide all the products up, it's like if you would be purchasing, I mean, any regular old makeup product item. Alright, so the shade that I bought was the number 8, and with this kit, if you bought the shade 8, it already comes in mixed, like what they think those products should be like put together. So it's not like something that you can edit. This package, it's how it is, and you have to purchase it. And so KKW does provide informative videos like on their website on each shade that you're purchasing, so that way you kind of know if it's going to fit you or not. Because one thing that I do dislike about KKW is that, I'm going to go to their website, is for returns and refunds. They do not allow returns or refunds. All sales are final. They do not provide exchanges or cancellations/returns. The other thing is, if you are having any issues with the items, like say something comes in broken, whatever, you have 14 days to submit a request, so that way they can look at it, is my opinion, and then they will let you know if they can replace it for you or not. So I really do not like the return policy, just because I am the type of person that if I don't like something, I'm going to return it, especially if you are paying a high price dollar for it. So do keep that in mind if you want to purchase anything from KKW, that you are putting a risk on purchasing these items, because you're going to be stuck with them whether you like it or not. Alright, so we're going to start out with the concealer. Again, the shade is number 8. There is no names to it. It's just this sleek type of packaging. You can see, let me see if you can see right there on the you can't see it, but right there it says KKW. So I guess let's see if it's any good. I'm not gonna put in any type of color corrector because I want to see what the full what the coverage is of this concealer. And off the bat, it does feel a little bit, what's the word? Heavy. So it is, the good thing is that it is going to be my shade. It is a little bit brighter than lighter than my skin tone, which I do like. All right, so that is half of my face with one layer of concealer. Now looking at it, yes, it did do a good job at brightening. It did cover the darkness that I have going on, but you can still see some of my eye bag coming through and some of the darkness that I have around my area, which is one of my trouble issues. So what I am going to do is just add one more layer, seeing how it looks, and then do the other side. So it does have a chemical scent to it. It is very light, so it's not very bothersome, and it's not a strong scent either that the scent is going and irritating my eyes, because I do have that issue sometimes with some products that do have that strong scent that I can kind of feel and gives irritation to my eyes. So do keep that in mind. All right, so there goes the second layer, which I do like. It's not that bad. I do need to, of course, set it so that way I can see how it actually looks like, because sometimes when you use setting powders, they do tend to kind of oxidize. So let's see, we have this issue with this powder. So this is the bake powder. It is in shade number 2. Again, when you buy the kit, it comes already like comes in together, so you can't mix and match the shades or anything like that unless you want to buy it separately. But when you buy it separately, it is a little bit more expensive. So off the bat, when I received the product, the sticky thing was already like halfway off of it, so I'm not sure what happened with that, but I guess. So with the kit, this baking powder is light pink. I do not like that because I have golden / yellow undertones in my skin. So this, we're gonna see what happens. So it is a very light, very finely milled powder. Okay, so that's how it looks like with not really necessarily baking, but just setting it. It did change the shade under my eyes just the tiniest bit, not that much. So this concealer is not full coverage. It's more like a medium coverage, because you can definitely see the darkness under my eyes still on this side. I mean, I do have very dark under eyes. I have yet to find a concealer that can cover all of that up. I do need to do like 2 or 3 steps to get that type of full, flawless, colorless look under my eyes. But for how it's performing, it's not that bad. I don't see any creasing just yet, but I am going to add a little bit more baking powder, and then I'm going to do the other side of my face. And actually, before I forget, I'm actually going to use the sponge side on this side, seeing how it works out. It doesn't state for me to wet it. Does it come off? So it doesn't state for me to wet the sponge, so I'm just going to use it dry, seeing what that does. Okay, I can't do it with this sponge. This thing is too little. It's irritating me. So I'm just going to go back in with my regular Real Technique sponge. So for this sponge, I don't like it dry. I am going to try it again and wet it to see what it does. But it's just too small. It's too much padding for me. I have a little bit carpal tunnel on my hand, so it's already hurts. So products like this that are irritating my hand is a no-go for me. Alright, so being that this baking powder has a pink shift to it, you can't see it. You can't see it that much compared to other pink undertone products that I've used before. I do want to say that it kind of built up right here in this little area, because I do have some hidden dry spots in my face, but so far under my eyes it does not look drying. So that's very interesting that it caught on to this dry spots, but it didn't it's not looking so dry under my eyes. So the next product that I'm going to use, that it's in the KKW line, is this Brightening Powder. Now for this, again, it's a pink shift to it. It does have a mirror, which is cute. Okay, one thing that I'm not gonna knock her on is the packaging. I really do like the sleek packaging. I know to some people they don't like it. It kind of looks a little bit cheap. I do see that, but me personally, I do like the packaging. Now I'm going to use this brush because, again, on the little tutorials that they have online on KKW, they have Mario using this brush with this little thing and then brightening under the eye. So we're just going to see what that does. So it doesn't provide a lot of kickback. Alright guys, you let me know. Do y'all see a difference? I actually think this side looks brighter than this side. Okay, I did have to like pack it on a little bit more. It does look a little bit more brightening. Okay. If you have glasses like I do, maybe I should have rethought me purchasing these items. You can't tell a difference. I mean, you can tell just the tiniest bit, but with my glasses on, you can't really tell a difference, you guys. So if you have glasses, keep that in mind. You're not gonna see a difference with this, to be honest. Like, no. Alright, so I'm just gonna add the brightening powder to this eye now, just to make it even. Alright, I mean, this is just an added step. If you're trying to be extra with it, definitely, if you want to give it a try. As far as currently right now, it's a thumbs down for me, just because I wear glasses and you cannot see it. So that defeats the whole purpose of the brightening effect. Alright, so going into the next product that I purchased, which I thought it was funny that it comes in this like little meat package plastic. I bought the contour and highlighting kits, which I can't highlight because I wanted to use the brightening powders. But I bought medium 1 and medium 2. It came with a kit. I was trying to buy the kit that had the brush in it, but it was sold out, so I had to settle for just the sticks. So it does come with, let's see if they work out. They look a little bit ashy gray on me. So this is what the products look like blended out on my hand. I think I'm going to use, I guess I'm going to use the warmer tone side product. I don't think this is my shade, just because it looks too light for me. But we're going to give it a try. But this is all the product you get. So keep that in mind. This is all the product you get. Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to try to contour my nose. I don't normally contour it just because I don't know how. And every time I do, it just looks muddy. So maybe I should have gotten in with a darker side. Oh well, it's too late, huh? Let's see how this goes. The product itself as well, this has like chemically smell, which I don't like. So I don't have the contour brush, but I'm just going to be using this e.l.f. brush, seeing how it works out. Okay, one thing for sure too that I cannot deny is that this product blends out beautifully. Like, do y'all see how easy this is blending out? It is not moving my foundations like other cream products do. It's not it's really not going any type of weird, it's not giving me any weird business either on my face. I'm gonna do some of it on my neck. So I'm actually going to try the darker shade, seeing how it comes out. Again, this is more of a gray tone contour product, which I don't like. I like warm tone. Okay, y'all tell me, does my double chin look snatched? Maybe. Okay, so I take it back. I don't dislike these contour sticks that bad, just because now that I'm able to feel them, it doesn't feel sticky. Let me wipe off my hand, see if there's any transfer on them. No, I can't see. But they don't feel sticky. They feel like they kind of dry to a powder product. I am going to try the highlighter next, seeing what kind of effect that does. But I am going to set this bronzer. So I'm just going to set this cream bronzer with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And just so you know, it's not going everywhere. In for today's blush is the Milani Luminoso. Can't go wrong with this real beautiful product right there. I'm gonna first try on this side, just going directly on my skin, seeing what that does, because some of the issues that I have with some highlighting products is that you have to go in while everything is still creamy, which is understandable. But for people that are normal, you know, and forgetful like me, I tend to powder all my face and then try to use a cream product. So let's see what that does. Okay, so this highlighter is not all that. So you do want to use your finger instead of applying it directly to the powder products, because like I said, when you're trying to put on a cream product on top of powder, it looks blotchy. It doesn't look blended out well. So keep that in mind when you want to use this product. In order to use the products, I'm actually going to be using the highlighter, the other highlighter portion down the bridge of my nose, just to see what it does. And I'm just going to use my finger. That's enough. Alright, so that cream product, it latched on to some dry stuff that I have going around my nose, which, you know, what can you do? I'm just going to set the rest of my face that I didn't set with any type of setting powder or bronzer, just to tone down all these colors that I have going on in my face, because, you know, I have a lot of blush going on, a lot of bronzer. So to set the rest of my face, I'm just going to be going in with my Milani mattifying powder. Just because this powder, I can rely on it to, you know, keep everything, to try to keep everything in place. Alright, looks a lot better now. Alright, so I'm going to finish off the rest of my face, and I'll come back with my, not final review, but with my thoughts so far on these KKW products. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. Given how everything looks, the concealer has creased up a little bit on me. The brightening effect is still there. It hasn't creased up a lot. Again, I did use my Too Faced setting spray to just bring a little bit more hydration to those dry areas where the powder initially catched onto, which I typically always do. The dry spots that I have in my face are very hidden, and it takes a very specific product to bring it out. So whenever I do have a product that does bring out those dry areas in my face, it's kind of like this thing. Yeah, if you have dry skin, I don't recommend this powder. A unless you're only going to set under your eyes. But again, if you have dry skin, you most likely have dry under eyes, so just keep that in mind. Now, before I get into my full-on initial thoughts of these products, I do want to give some information about each kit. So again, it's the concealer kit, which comes with the concealer, the baking powder, the brightening powder, and as well the dual-ended brush with the sponge applicator and little fluffy brush. Now for this kit, it normally retails for $80. Well, actually, it normally retails for $90, but I purchased it on sale for $64. So for these cream contour highlighting set, it retails for $32, but I did purchase it for $19.20. So if you are interested in possibly picking up these items, please make sure that there's a sale going on, because again, KKW does not provide refunds or exchanges if this product is not your shade or if you don't like it. So that is a lot of money for you to end up swallowing if the product does not, work out for you. And especially it makes it harder, since when it came to, and initially it does make it harder just because there's no store where you can go in and try out the shades. You have to, go based off people's reviews to see if that shade is going to work out for you or not. Now, one thing that I do actually like about what Kim Kardashian did about her makeup line is that if you go online, you pick out, what shade you want to be. So for example, let's just do shade number 10, which is tan, because that's the only one that's available right now. And what it does is that it brings up the video with the person that they're using on and how those shades are going to fit that skin complexion. So that's one thing to keep in mind, is that I definitely recommend for you to watch those videos, because that is how I was able to pick up, the little kit that I chose. And again, being that the concealer fit me perfect and these two items have a pink undertone, I do not have that pinkness showing through on my skin, even though I have the yellow and golden undertones on my skin complexion. So don't be afraid if you do pick up this kit that it's not going to go in correlation, because again, it does show you throughout the video that she does using these items how initially it does, how the end finish looks like. So that's why I did feel comfortable picking up this set, which was in the in the number 8. Now, going to my initial thoughts, just given how everything looks on my skin, everything looks good. The concealer, it's not full coverage, so I do have to use a color corrector, just given the dark areas that I have under my eyes and as well around my mouth area. Now, as far as these two, the baking and the brightener, I feel like I do have to use this a little bit more to see if I do like it. The baking powder, so far, it doesn't appeal to be creasing with the concealer. So far it's been good. As far as the brightener, again, you can only a little bit see the brightening effect just because I do have glasses and they're pretty large lenses, so unfortunately it does cover my under eyes, so you don't get that, well, I don't get the full effect of this product just because I was born blind. Now, going with the tools that were provided in the kit, I do like this part. I don't like the sponge. Well, for right now, I feel like I do have to test this out a little bit more, just because I need to see if I have to wet it. Do I have to use it dry? What is the case? There's no instructions. It's not beginner friendly, so keep that in mind. I still have to test this out even more. And then for this tool right here, I actually really do like it. I feel like I can actually use it as a eyebrow, as an eye brush as well, just because it's very soft. It's just a brush, what else can you say, but it is very good quality made. Now, going to the contour sticks. With the contour and highlighting stick, the contour, yes, the highlighting, no. Just because, so I did end up using, you know, one of my highlighters on top of it. Using this highlighter alone on my skin tone did not work out. I didn't provide the wetness effect that I thought it was going to give me. It didn't provide just minimal highlight. I just didn't like it. I feel like it had like a little bit slight of an ashy undertone when I used it. So yeah, as far as the cream product, I mixed up the lids, so I don't know what shade is which. So as far as just the, you know, the solid cream product, this I do have to use it a little bit more to see if I'm gonna like it or not. I didn't get a chance to use it just because I kind of forgot, and I baked and I put the powder under my eyes. Again, going back to the contour product, yes, I did like it. Easy to blend beautifully, very beginner friendly as well. So if you do need to pick, well, I think they sell these only in sets. So let me, okay, just kidding. So they do sell the cream contour stick by itself for $18. So if you don't want to pick up the both of them, that's definitely something to keep in mind. I mean, there's definitely other cheaper alternatives. Kind of, that's why I'm the guinea pig. Pick these up for you. You can figure out if you want it or not. Alright guys, so that is it for my initial thoughts on these KKW products. Let me know down below if you have picked up her items and what did you like from her brand, because I feel like just using these skincare products, it was okay. I feel like next time around, the most that I'll probably pick up is maybe just another contour stick. But that's about it. As far as the eyeshadows, they don't appeal to me just because I have so many of them. I mean, if an eyeshadow palette's going to go cheaply on sale again, then I probably will pick it up. So don't keep my word for it that I'm not going to pick up another KKW product. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like seeing these types of videos, so that way you don't miss my next review, because I think I'm gonna either do the Ordinary review or if not, e.l.f. Let me know down below which one would you prefer to see. I do thank you for joining me today, and we'll see you on the next video.